Welcome back for the second part of this exercise. Well, excuse me. Let's go to 3-2. Exercise 3-2. Working with device drivers. Basically, we're just going to be adding, subtracting drivers on this one. So I'm going to go back here to the Start menu, right click on it, and go to Device Management. And they're going to ask you if there's any errors on the device. And as you can see, with this little icon here, it says it's suspended or down. So there is something wrong with this if you want to look at this. A couple other ones here too. Expand the port one. So we come to port, and we're looking at COM port 2, and we want to just disable it. So we right click on it and disable. We do this a lot if we have ports that are no longer available or we don't want customers to use it. On ports, I usually use it to communicate with other devices, and I just wanted to automatically go to COM port 1. I would do that. After that, we want to go to re-enable it, which is just as simple, enable. Sometimes you just want to bounce these ports too. Want to right click on it, go to properties. From there, it tells you, asks you a few little things about this. Click on the resource tab. Click OK. What was the IRQ setting? You can see it right there. On 3, click OK. Now we want to go to floppy disk because that's the most important thing on computers nowadays is the floppy disk. Right click on it. And what they're just trying to say here is just turn it off. If you don't need these devices, you can just turn them off. Click properties. Click the resource tab. And it tells you which IRQs are in there. Click this little button for automatic settings. Deselect it. Change the basic configuration to 0.2. So we want to double click the IRQ. Excuse me. We want to change it the basic configuration to 002. Double click the IRQ, and we want to change this to 05. So basically it says no conflict and everything like this. Click OK. OK. Now, in order for the hardware to take effect, you must restart your computer, right? And they do want you to restart. When prompted, confirm that you want to continue, yes. When prompted to restart the computer, click no. No. But these wouldn't take effect until you actually reboot again. Double click standard floppy drive. So now they got a different name here. So we got to replete, and it says device cannot be find enough free resources that can use code 12. But click on resources, set manual or set configuration. Click the automatic. Click OK. The hardware setting has changed back. You must restart the computer again. When prompted to restart the computer, click yes. When we do this, it's going to take a while. And I'm going to pause it. Now that we've restarted it, we want to click the password again. Sign in. We want to get back. Again, I got it wrong somehow. And we get in when I right click it. Get in with the right password. Now that we're in, we want to right click on the start button. Go to Device Manager again. Under Action, excuse me, under London, you want to scan for hardware changes. And it'll show you these little things. Again, these are suspended ones. Expand port COM LPs. And we have here, right click on COM port 2. Update drivers. And how do you want to search for it? Search automatically for the update drivers. Says we got the latest, greatest. Click close. Click properties again. Click the driver tab. Here you have a little bit more options where you can see stuff. Still want to update drivers. Now we want to say browse. Let me pick the driver. And now it's going to show you some other little stuff here where it's the two different devices. But on the select the drivers, you want to do show compatible hardware. You want to deselect that. And it gives you a bunch of different drivers that you already have installed. One thing about drivers, you can install as many as you want. If you don't have the devices, they're not going to be applied. So it's not, drivers don't take up a whole lot of space, but if you don't really know what it is, don't install them. But here you can see where the drivers are located. And it's actually telling you to go to the bottom one where it says Trimble. And it only has the one device here. If you do have the disk with you, go ahead and do this. I find it really hard when I have the disk because by the time I'm installing it, it's been updated 3 or 4 times. So I just go ahead and go out and get the new drivers. Click next. Click yes here. Installing this device is not recommended because Windows cannot verify the compatibility of the hardware. If the driver is not compatible, your hardware will not work and your computer might become unstable. But since this is a lab environment, we're going to click yes. You want a screenshot? We don't do that. And that's all it is. Close. And you can see we have the Trimble one there. Now this next lab is very short. It's lab challenge, roll back the device drivers. So we're still on London 3 and we click on this one, right click it to properties, go to drivers, roll back drivers. I'm just working right on down here. Click yes. And that's how to roll it back. And now when you come back here, you're right back to COM port 2. Thank you for your time. This was Lab 3.